Biffa is the UK's leading waste and recycling integrated management company.
We've been around for 100 years.
We operate in excess of 2,000 trucks, we employ 6,500 people, and our focus is on providing customers with flexibility and real customer-centric solutions.
Here at Biffa Customer Services, our number one objective is to offer all of our customers the best service they've ever had. We run service centres, not call centres, and that's something we're very proud of.
In selecting the supplier, it was key that we identified the people who could provide us the best possible value at the lowest overall cost. That is why we chose Azzurri to partner with us on this project.
We live in a digital age. Telecoms to us is very, very important. In fact, it's pivotal to the success of the service that we offer our customers.
And Azzurri are a key partner in helping to provide that platform.
I would recommend Azzurri over the suppliers for the simple fact that their capability in terms of their ability as an independent supplier is much more in line with our overall strategy than a one-size-fits-all solution.
Azzurri were already a supplier here when I joined Biffa in October 2010. In the first sort of stages of our relationship, there were some teething issues, let's say. That was a lot to do with us explaining to them what we really needed. That is very clear now, and in the new tender that we've put together, we're very confident that our relationship will go from strength to strength.
I had the pleasure of working with Azzurri in my previous role at DSGI, so when I joined Biffa just over 4 years ago, I was delighted to find that they were already partners here. Unfortunately at that time the relationship wasn't at its best, mainly to do with both parties, but we've worked very hard in the intervening period to actually correct a lot of the processes and the relationship issues. Therefore, when we came to make our decision as regards the unified comms strategy, Azzurri were a prime candidate in terms of part of our selection.
Azzurri were the existing supplier when I took this role on a number of years ago, and it's fair to say at that stage actually the relationship between Biffa and Azzurri wasn't a fantastic one. We'd gone through a very difficult project up until that point, but actually since then, having both sides really looked to invest in the partnership, it's been very good in that we've really turned that relationship around. A change of account management team on the Azzurri side has really meant that actually we feel like we're being treated like the valued customer that we are to them. And the partnership's now working very well.
The relationship has progressed during the Unified Comms project very well. The team that Azzurri were able to align to Biffa was first rate. We found that their cooperation, their insight into the business, their willingness to listen, as also to guide us, has been first class.
Azzurri have added value in that they've become a partner organisation to Biffa. We weren't purely looking for a supplier, but we were looking for a partner who would manage the network and provide a managed service. And to us, that means that they've become part of our team, that actually the account management team for Azzurri are responsible for the management upkeep of the network, keeping it running. And also in the sense that actually then they bring their expertise in terms of how we continue to invest in our telephony and our network. Azzurri supports Biffa's enterprise networking requirements in that firstly they provide a managed service, so it's their responsibility to keep the network up and running inside a set of very strict SLAs and to deliver towards those. Secondly, they support us in the fact that they can provide very different technologies into the different sort of sites that we have. So clearly we have a few very large sites in terms of head offices, but then we have a very distributed small number of sites, some of those very far from a telephone exchange and difficult to get telecoms to. And the mix of services that Azzurri provide mean that we can connect all those people together very cost effectively. And thirdly, they just provide a network that's robust and secure and that runs well. Biffa's contact centre is absolutely fundamental to the way that we work. Our 60,000 customers call in to talk to us and need servicing and support. and we have a 180 seat contact centre where essentially an Azzurri supports the telephony around that, and also the routing of our email to ensure that the right call and the right email gets to the right individual, and that we have a resilient platform that means we can remain responsive to our customers.
It's all part of the tender process that we've been going through recently. We're going through a series of workshops where we're actually designing more innovative solutions that will be tailored to us as a business in the waste industry. So, for example, we will be using Call Media, but we'll be using some new versions and other types of innovative solutions that they have put to us that we know will work well for us.
Azzurri have supported my objectives and goals as an IT leader in two ways. Firstly, they help to run and manage a core piece of our IT infrastructure, IT service in running the network. It's absolutely fundamental to everything that we do in IT, and to have the confidence that it's run and well managed and is resilient is a key part of what we need to provide. Then secondly, just to provide the expertise and know-how of how we continue to invest in our network and our telephony to make sure that we're leveraging the best value out of it.
When considering a unified comms strategy, the best practices I would highlight that we've developed working with Azzurri include having someone who is independent yet capable of providing the full service, is large enough in terms of a size to provide the critical mass, yet small enough to be able to provide that bespoke service, meaning that we weren't provided with a gold-plated solution. We had a bespoke solution that was more fit for purpose than other people were able to provide. Biffa required a bespoke solution rather than an off-the-shelf one-size-fits-all, for the simple fact that our business is very complex, it's very diversified, and has a range of sizes and requirements. It would be a massively gold plating of a solution, so by actually having Azzurri work with us, they could design and implement a solution that met our needs whilst meeting our requirements in terms of providing the lowest possible cost at the best absolute value. I would recommend Azzurri over the suppliers for the simple fact that their capability in terms of their ability as an independent supplier to meet our needs, to be able to give us a solution that fits our requirements, is much more in line with our overall strategy than a one-size-fits-all solution.
Azzurri are a really good fit for Biffa in that they can really flex around our requirements. For us, it is probably as important keeping an individual in a porter cabin on a landfill site connected as it is keeping someone in a head office location connected, and Azzurri really have the flexibility and are the right size of organisation to be able to support that, and I'd recommend them to another company with similar challenges.
I would recommend Azzurri. It all comes down to the project team that you're working with. It is about relationship building, it's about understanding each other's expectations, and so far we've been very impressed in the workshops that we've been running that they truly understand what our needs are, and we're very excited about the future.